everyone, it's Kelly. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome to my new subscribers and to a brand new year. Welcome 2023 and Happy New Year to all of you, sweet friends. It was a super fun night watching that ball drop. We were surrounded by our family here at home. So whatever you were doing, whether you were snuggled in your pajamas, asleep, watching the ball drop, or out at a fancy party, I hope it was a wonderful celebration. And I am so excited for the possibility of this brand new year and all the wonder that it will hold. My friends, today I have a plan for the leftover champagne, so stay tuned for this because I have a lot of creative ideas that are coming up this year on my YouTube channel here and also over on my Instagram. So make sure you're connected to both so you won't miss any of the fun. My sweet friend Melody Maid and Company, there are a couple of ladies that are doing a New Year's celebration. I wasn't able to do a live today, so hopefully this one will suffice. And I wanted to share something with you that I'm going to be doing with our New Year's celebration leftovers, as well as let you know that I have a giveaway. So if you'd like a chance to win a stamp and die set that I have snuggled into here, and it is inside here, I have it covered up so that you can't see what it is. It will be a surprise when it arrives to you. You will have to be subscribed to my channel and you'll follow all of those instructions that will be linked in the description box below. But for now, I wanted to let you know we're going to do some creative play for this beautiful champagne. I was so excited, and many of you know already by now, I don't like to waste. I love to upcycle and recycle every chance I can. So when I saw this leftover champagne, I immediately had an idea. So if you haven't guessed, this is what it's going to be. We are going to paint, and it's going to be part of a new series here on my channel where I'm going to be doing a lot of fun things with food and drinks, my friends. It's going to be absolutely hilarious. I hope you can stay tuned for that and follow along with this new series. You might remember I picked this up at a clearance, this alcohol ink palette. Well, you know, funny thing is that's exactly what I'm going to be using it for, just a slightly different kind than what they mean for it. And we are going to paint with this leftover champagne, and I am so excited to share this with you. I did one a little bit earlier, so I'll be able to share a finished dried one, but we're going to do this together as well. I'm not going to be neat about this because once this is finished, I'm going to go wash it out, set it to dry. We're just going to use a little of this champagne. It's already lost its little fizz, but that's okay. We're also going to use some of these watercolor pans. This is the Alta New set. One of my absolute favorite is the Artist 24 half pans. You can see here I have used it quite a bit, so I'm going to leave this off to the side. I hope everybody's doing amazing. I am so excited for this fresh start of this new year. I have my word of the year coming up. I also have my stamp of the year where I take one stamp and use it all year long. It's my favorite card series. I stopped off and I got this little mini watercolor pad. This was from Five Below and is the 5.5 by 8.5 inch. And the reason for this is because the big ones, there's a lot of space that I end up not using. So what I decided to do is for the first day of the first year is go ahead and show you how I did some watercoloring. I'm going to do this every day for the 31 days in January, and it's part of a Instagram hop that I'm in where every day I will watercolor. So what I decided to do, I could smell that champagne. Oh my goodness, yummy, yummy, yummy. This was painted with 0 water. This is actual champagne, and I chose this color because the Pantone color of the year is Viva Magenta, and it is a gorgeous, 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 rich, beautiful pinkish rose. So that is the first one, and I did a second one here. So this is the one that's already dry that we will be able to stamp on because we're going to create with this. We're not just going to play around and have some fun art. We are also going to use it. So I'm going to take one of those pages out. Lucky me, there's 48 pages. I only need 31 for the month of January. So let's do this. This is such a fun way to just take art to a whole new level. So for this one, I think I'm going to use some different tones and give this a base of the liquid, which is going to help all of that paint adhere to the paper a little bit better. So we're just going to give it a little bit of a coat of this champagne, which smells amazing. I'm not a big alcohol drinker, so when I do, it has to be like a special occasion, my birthday, or of course, anniversary, and then New Year's Eve is just not the same if we don't have that fun little champagne. So I'm going to do this one in colors of, let's see, yellows and orange. So what I'm doing here is just giving it a little bit of some liquid to get it started. And I am so excited to share this with you. All right, let's do this. Let's start with the middle tones of this gorgeous little orange here. And then over here, a pop from the brighter orange. And this is just a great way to use what you have and not throw it out, because this was literally going to be dumped down the drain anyway. And I love creative art. I absolutely love things that are fun and unique, and anything that can bring a little bit of recycling and upcycling as well. Oh yes, I'm happy. So over here, we're going to use a little bit of this gold, and these pans I've had for years. And as you can see here, they just keep going because they are a solid brick of pigmented watercolor paint. So you can just use these over and over and over. And I'm going to put a little pop up here. And you can just have fun with it. Another thing that I like to do is this little splatter. And you can see here it's reacting to that pigmented paint, giving it those little cells. So you can just have fun with it. And really, it can be anything that you like for it to be. And then over here, I'm going to give this a little more pop. A couple more there. Put on some more of that champagne, which smells amazing. Amazing, amazing. I would have just dumped that right down the drain. And I looked at that bottle and I thought, you know what? We're going to have fun with that. We're going to do something creative. And I thought it would be fun to share it with all of you. So for the one that I'm doing on Instagram, it will be with actual water and it will be with using these same watercolor paints. So I'm going to be using this pan here for the next 30 days. And I hope you can follow along, because there's going to be a lot of creativity with that series as well. It's going to be super fun. And of course, it has nothing to do with my word of the year. Sometimes they coordinate so nicely. But this year, I just, I found one that didn't speak to me at all, it just stuck in my mind, and I couldn't let the word go. And I actually fought it. I really did. I was like, I don't think that's the word. And then there were a couple of things that happened throughout that month while I was busy fighting my word of the year that made sense, and I understood why it was my word of the year that was meant for me. They always find me. I don't go looking for them so much as they land in my lap. Every year it is the funniest thing. So there we go, my friends. This is going to be the one that I am going to create with you next. I do like my watercolors to dry organically, which means just let them do their magic. I leave them be and I come back a couple hours later or the next day, and these are already dry. But if you need it in a hurry, or if you do want to work with it, remember you can always use a heating tool. You can just heat it right up and it will be dry in a matter of minutes. You can just do this really quickly with you all. So again, stay tuned, because there is a giveaway on this stop. All throughout the day, Melody and Dahlia do have some giveaways and some lives. So make sure you check out the hop that is listed if you are interested. And if you are new to my channel, please consider subscribing, because I have a lot of fun things planned for this year, and also some giveaways. This is going to be a lot of giveaways this year. Oh, I can smell that champagne being heated up. Oh my goodness, this smells so good. I wish we had smell-o-vision. I can smell the champagne as the heat is touching it. That smells great. So I'm gonna see if I can get this back over here. Get back in formation. And another thing you can do is keep a little rag next to you, which I always do. And you can just do a little bit of blotting, as you can see here. Did a little bit of that earlier. So all you have to do is just a little bit, and it will take up some of that extra water. And then keep on going. Most likely I'll be using this insert. Few more seconds. And that should do it. A little more on these corners. And be careful not to drink this. Be careful not to pour it back in a bottle or a glass. Because you never know, you might leave this on a counter, someone might not realize that it is actual paint. That is such a beautiful color. It looks like the colors of a sunset. You can see here some of that crystallized, probably something from the alcohol. There we go. And then another thing that I like to do is I turn it over and it keeps it a little bit flat. Sometimes when you're working with a lot of liquids or a lot of water, it will get your paper going like this and you'll end up with a lot of warps. So all you gotta do is turn it over if that's the case and heat it on the opposite side. Make sure it's dry, of course. And then, as you can see here, I've been very busy. There we go. Isn't that gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous? Now what I also like to do is give it a little extra drama, a little extra pizzazz. So I will come back over with the biggest color or the brightest color, the most vivid, and then I will do this. Give it a couple of little splatters. It just gives it that little something, something. And yes, it's going all over my desk, but that's okay. That's what wipes are for. And this is washable. So it's not, if you get it on anything else, it's okay. It just washes right off. And I think we're going to do a little bit of this. We do this on the side. And that one's kind of hard to see. So we'll go back to a darker color. There we go. And that just gives it a little something extra. So that is our finished product. I am so excited to share this with you. Again, we are champagning our way through 2023. Great way to start off the new year on January 1st. Recycling, upcycling, and using this liquid. And as you can see, a little goes a long way. So if you did not use any champagne last night, maybe you have a little wine left over, some Prosecco. There we go. That looks like it is completely dry. That little corner up there is a little wet. There we go. Again, normally I would have let this dry overnight or let it dry organically, but isn't that great? So, so beautiful. So I'm going to clean up this little space here. Again, I did use these Altenew half pans. So what I'll do is I'll try and leave this here in case you are just popping on or zooming forward. I did use the Artist's half pans from here. I'm going to use this liquid. Again, I'm going to keep on painting off camera. So I'm going to move this little alcohol palette, which is so funny. I think that is hilarious considering we are using actual alcohol. And I'm going to leave this here like that so you can also see, no advertising from me, just happened to be what my husband picked up at the store. Actually got a couple of different ones. A couple of the patients actually gave him some alcohol as well. So there is this little bottle. Hopefully it'll stop moving. There we go. So I am using some champagne, some watercolors, and this is the absolutely stunning, gorgeous finished product. Here is my Misty, which is the most incredible stamping tool invented, something like that. I think that's what it's called. And I'm going to pop this in here because it is the perfect size. A little magnet holds it in place, and I'm going to choose a fun stamp, which is going to be, let's see, I think I'm going to use this one because it looks almost like a little daffodil. It looks almost like a little marigold maybe. So I'm just going to put that here. Actually, I think these colors might be, I think I might do this upside down. Let me see. I like to see where the stamp will go so that it gets all of the colors and a variety of them. So let's see. So if I start, that might work. I think that, so I'll get yellow here and do a gradient all the way down to the orange. And then this stamp set does have a little small one off to the side, so we'll use both. We'll stamp both of them on here. All right, so all you do is close it. Actually, I'm going to move this just for a second. I don't want to knock that across the desk. So there we go. And then what I do, I come back over with one of my inks. And in this case, I'm using the Altenew Crisp Jet Black ink. This is my favorite ink. You can also use the archival inks. You can use Memento. That works as well. Whenever you have any kind of watercoloring, use one that's vibrant and will really stand out. Okay, here we go. You only get one shot at this, so make sure your paper's where you want it to be. Once you put the stamp down onto here, just like that, that's it. You're not moving it. If you do, you will have an absolute mess. Some people have those stamping tools where you can just kind of like press them down and move them around. I just use good old-fashioned elbow grease. It works for me. Use whatever works. And you can see there how gorgeous that is. And then I'll still have some little leftover space off to the side. I'm going to do this one more time because I like for this to be super rich and black and vibrant. Gives it a great contrast. And actually, I think I'm going to do it one more time. One more time. And then we will die cut these out. Again, you could just do this. Ta-da! Isn't that beautiful? Absolutely beautiful. We did this with champagne, my friends, with champagne. I love that. I'm using this stamp set from Altenew. I believe it is called Here For You. And I am using it because I need to make a lot of thank you cards. I have a lot of thank you cards that I need to get out. So what I'm going to do here is actually, let me check. I might be able to use this in the big machine. Get out the big shot for this one. Sometimes I try to do the smaller little machine. And again, I'm going to be using some of my low-tack tape. Keep it into place. And another little thing, another little tip, when you put this down, if you're intending to use some more of this space here, like I could use this stamp over here in this corner or over here, or come back in and use a smaller leaf and make some extra leaves. Don't put the tape on that area because once this tape goes down on watercolor, you're going to rip it all up. It's going to come off. All of the watercolor that you just worked really hard on will come off with this tape. So set it off to a side where you don't think you'll use it, like maybe down here, like this right here. Hopefully it stays into place. And then I'm going to use a little corner over here. And I really do try to use these small pieces. Sometimes I'll have a stamp that's so teeny tiny that I'll just come back and I'll use a little bit of this color, then make a cute pumpkin. Already thinking ahead, here's another little stamp. You can put some leaves all around in this little area. Come back in and do a second one. And then this is going to be hopefully a thank you card, which I need to get quite a few of those out, my friends. Oh my goodness. So I'm going to do this one here. All right. Hopefully this will work. And I got to turn a lot of stuff on, which I did not do. And so nothing is ready for die cutting. And I do have my Big Shot machine. So let's do this one and set that here. If I can find the other plates. And I moved a couple things around yesterday. So let's see. Hopefully this will work. All right. You're going to hear a little bit of noise from my Gemini Junior, which is this one here. As you can see here, it's doing its magic. And I love it. Saves me from doing all of that hand cranking. And if this works, it will have die cut it out right away. Ta-da! And that is that beauty of that machine, my friends. Isn't that gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous? Oh, I love that. And we did this together, my friends. We did this using some leftover champagne. And I am just loving this. It's going to be a super fun series. So I'm hoping to do it a couple times a month. I'm really hoping that, here's another one that I did earlier. If you're just joining me, I did this with the champagne earlier. And I'm going to put together a thank you card and finish this up off camera, so we're not here like until tomorrow. But I love this. It's going to be a really amazing, fun series that I'm doing here on my channel. So that's going to be it for this card. Make sure you pop on over to Instagram. Oh, I even did this little border here. Even did the little outside border just in case. I love to keep things like this. So as you can see here, this will probably be something in the future as well. Just don't throw it away. You might find a cute little use for it. So I'm going to finish this card off camera. I am going to be putting this over on my Instagram. If you want to check it out, you can see it over there. And again, stay tuned. This is going to be a super amazing time here. 2023, I am looking forward to all of the fun adventures that lie ahead. So excited. So stay tuned for all of that. That's going to be it for this one, my friends. Please remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Melody and Dahlia, thank you. This is going to be an amazing celebration throughout the day. Happy New Year, everyone. I am super excited. And again, if you'd like to be in on the giveaway, I'm not sure all of the details yet. I will try to find them and make sure they are in my description box below. This is not part of the giveaway. This is something that I purchased from Giselle. I absolutely love this little container. I just have it hidden in here so that you don't have any sneak peeks of what you will be winning, but it is a stamp and die set. So that's going to be it for this one, my friends. Make sure you are subscribed with your notifications on to get the rest of this video and for all of the future ones that will be coming up here on my channel. That's going to be it for this one. Thanks so much for watching and Happy New Year from my heart to yours. Bye-bye.